What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here from Muscle Serpents Daily, and it is Monday, and we have some eggs on the ground. That's right, we got a really cool clutch from my Stonewash Bredli Python. That's right, that's the right way to say it. I have Australian friends, Bredli Python. She laid a beautiful clutch. We've been watching her for the last couple weeks. She was really big. She's laying on her side. I showed you her. I knew she was going to lay something. I didn't know if they were going to be viable or not. It looks like we got a whole bunch of good stuff. We're going to take a look and see what's under her. We also have another clutch that was laid over this past weekend. I'll show you that as well. And then tomorrow, assuming I get to this, tomorrow I have a really interesting clutch that is hatching in the incubator. I put up a picture of it. A lot of people were disputing some of the things that I thought it was. We're going to take a look at that clutch and we will go through all the genetics and figure it out. All right, let's take a look and see what we got. It's a very sad day here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas because I have my pair of Albino Champagnes leaving my premises. As you know, I'm selling all my Pieds and Champagnes and Hypo, Granite, Burmese because they changed the laws down here. And Jeff came down here to pick up his pair. I'm crying, actually. There's the albino male, the albino champagne male, and there's the champagne head albino female.
It's a bad day for you, Dave.
Yeah.
But my dreams have come true.
Where'd you come down from?
Pennsylvania.
What part of Pennsylvania?
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's right. And I went, ironically enough, I went to college there. 4 years, so I know the area very well. Pennsylvania's got some good laws for animals, huh?
Yeah, there's not too many at all.
That's right. That's the best laws are the no laws.
But yeah, this has been, what, in the works for...
A couple months, 6 months.
Yep. Finally got time to get down here and pick my babies up, so...
You know, you when you told me you wanted to breed them and you have all this passion for it, I was like, you know what, this is the right guy for this project. And I love the Champagnes because the Champagne's just to me, it looks like I believe it's a special type of T positive, and I think that a lot could be done with this that's untapped because there's not that many people that have it. So what are you planning on breeding this to?
I think this year I'm going to keep them as a pair. I might throw the boy with some of my other females, but I'm going to go for the visual Champagnes.
Albino Champagnes, yeah.
They're, like you said, they're different. Not too many people have it. Maybe toss it into the Pied project somewhere, make some double heads.
Got to do that.
We'll
I love this. This is the best looking, I think, albino out there. These Champagne albinos. They're visual. You can definitely see the difference on them, and they just are amazing. And they all. And I don't know if it's the Champagne and albino. They have really good personalities. I mean, I've never ever been even snapped at by any of these, and they got a great temperament. It happened a year later than I thought it would, but we finally got this clutch I've been waiting for. This is my Pinstripe Pastel, also known as a Lemon Blast. It's also Disco. Disco is like fire. Matter of fact, when you mix Disco with fire, you get a Disco Inferno, which is acts like super form. And she's Het Clown. And I bred this to a Orange Dream Fire Spider Clown. You've seen that male before. I've showed him to you. He sired a couple clutches already. And we got a nice clutch of eggs here. She's not a big girl. She never was. She's not a great eater. That's why she didn't go last year. Her sister went last year. And her sister went this year too already. So, but we did get a clutch. Obviously the idea would be to try to get these Disco Inferno clowns. I think they're gonna look really super cool. I've seen a couple people have made them. Not many, actually, a few. And they're really, really cool. And you kind of act like super and then combine with that with clown, you're gonna get, or even Pied, you're gonna get cool stuff. So these eggs look good. You know, we'll pull them and we'll pull this girl and we'll see what we got. I'm super excited. Like I said, I bought this girl with the whole idea of producing those Disco Inferno clowns, or trying for those, and we'll see what we get. All right, we got this nice little clutch of eggs here. This one egg was not in the stack, but we'll check it out. They all look pretty good to me. 2, 4, 5, 6. We get 6 eggs. Good odds to hopefully hit something that we're looking for. I'm going to be putting it in this little egg box, which I'm going to be using the Easy Hatch tray. The Easy Hatch trays don't fit in my usual tubs. These are actually these are smaller, but they're actually a little shaped a little differently, and they allow these things to fit in. So So I'm gonna put my, this is perfect because I only have 6 eggs. They'll fit in there nicely. And this is gonna be in lieu of my, my fluorescent light grate I usually use in there. I kind of just lay them on there. I still have my sponge on the bottom, as I always do, with my water. But this will keep them out of the water. And we'll put them in here and we'll put them into the incubator. First, I'm gonna candle these things and see if they're good. And I'm pretty happy with this clutch. All right, it looks like we got 6 good eggs. They're all good. I candled them all. They all have embryos and blood vessels. You know, putting these eggs in here, it reminds me of, like, I don't know if you guys, when you're kids, I don't know if they still do this. I haven't watched Sesame Street in a while, even though I have kids, so they don't watch it. When the Cookie Monster used to take the cookies and put them in the little tray and count them. 1, 2, maybe that was the count, I don't know.
3, 4, 5. Well, that one's got a bite taken out of it. Tasted good.
That's what it reminds of these trays. Anyway, they look good. They hold the eggs in, they don't roll. They're not really touching the sides. Sometimes you have to turn, you can turn them a little bit if they're a little too long. These are really not touching the sides. And I kind of just have them all a little separated and they're perfectly set. So when I move this thing, they're not gonna roll. This one rolled a little bit. This one's a little big for the thing, but that's why I put this one by itself, opposite nothing. These trays are a little on the small side if you have big eggs, but they definitely do the trick. So I'm happy. We'll put this in the incubator and in 60 days, we'll see what we got. All right, we've been waiting for this for quite a while now. The first Bredli Python clutch that I've had gotten. She's on a mount. I knew that she was going to be on a big mound of eggs. I haven't even stuck my hand in there because I'm afraid I'm going to get bit, but we're going to pull her out and pull these eggs. Yeah, there's a couple, looks like there's a couple slugs there, but it looks like she's on a pretty big mound of good eggs, which is going to mean that we're going to have a lot of baby Bredli Pythons, and they're all going to be potentially hypos and het for Stonewash. Everything will be, because this female is a Stonewash, which is a recessive trait in Bredli. And she did a good job, this little mama. It's really true, they are spring breeders. I had her cool down all winter, and in the spring, I actually, more towards the winter, I put the male in with her and there was no action. And then all of a sudden in the spring, I started seeing breeding. And I didn't know if she was gonna go. It's pretty late in the season already. What is it? We're in August here. But she laid a really nice clutch of eggs. The funny thing is I never took her out of my cold room here. It's probably been 75 degrees in this room, I'd say. And she did great. Matter of fact, I originally had her in this bottom cage and for some reason the heat tape failed. I don't know if a mouse had escaped, chewed through it. So she wasn't even on any heat earlier in her pregnancy, but evidently once she was gravid, she had heat. So luckily everything looks like it probably turned out all right. These eggs look pretty good, but until they hatch, we don't know. And we're gonna pull her. Hopefully she's not too combative. All right, there it is. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 good eggs. At least they all had blood vessels in them and embryos. Whether they all go to term or not is another story. We're gonna put them in the incubator and we'll see in 60 days what happens. Hopefully we'll have my first Bredli babies. I know you guys are gonna wanna get in on these because they're gonna be hypos in there. They're gonna be all het for Stonewash. You can't get if you like carpet pythons and you like red, wait till you see what these babies are gonna look like. They're so red when they're born. They do get a little more of a burnt red, but you gotta remember she's Stonewash. You look at the male. Let me see if I can get the male. Get my ladder out here. Let's see if we can get the male with that. And he's remember he's full grown already. When I got him from Nick Mutton, he was a red looking snake. And they're gorgeous when they're born. So there's the papa, proud papa with his litter. And the mama did good. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed us pulling that really cool Bredli clutch. You know, they're so interesting because they are spring breeders. And, you know, what that means is they really just don't start locking up and doing their thing until the springtime, whereas most other pythons are going over the winter. I did winter my Bredlis this year. I got them down to about 72 degrees. So anyone who says you need to go lower, not true. I kind of proved that. Although my friend Casey Cannon told me that you really didn't have to go below that as well. And so I kind of knew that going into it. However, I didn't see any locking action, and then all of a sudden, when I had almost given up, I put the male in with her, and boom, they went and they locked in May, I believe it was, a couple of times, and that's all it took. And so here we are in August, we have babies. Hopefully all 17 of those will hatch, and we'll have some cool babies for sale at some point. Also, obviously, we had another great clutch, and like I said, I can't lose the excitement like a kid on Christmas when I come and I see eggs. Tomorrow, like I said, as I teased in the beginning, we're going to be looking at a rainbow clutch. So pretty cool looking one I've never produced before. I think we actually got 2 in that clutch, and you're going to get to see that as well. So hopefully that other egg will have hatched out by then, and I will be able to do that video. For now, that you know what to do. If you're liking these videos and you got any kind of suggestions, you can put them in the comments below. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit the like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.